desire, driven, the skill and competitive spirit to find the will to win. That's PGF softball. High fly ball, well struck center field. That's a rocket down the line. At Little Southern California dreaming, and you've got it all, the PGF Nationals. So put away the sunscreen and pass the eye black, because the light shines the brightest on those willing to lay it all on the line for a national championship. Hello, Southern California. It's so good to be back home. Home is where the best softball is. SoCal PGF National Championship, the best of the best. We are gathered here at Bill Barber Park, Deanna Manning Stadium in gorgeous Irvine, California. Both these teams playing for a title. The Colorado Stars, the Stars National Gold, incredible journeys, and a spot in the premier national championship at the 18U level next year. Hi, folks. Gosh, it's good to be back. Amanda Freed, Olympic gold medalist. My name is Darren Sutton, and this is what we waited for. Everyone lost a bunch last year, Amanda, through the pandemic. They're back. They're passionate. This is 2 amazing weeks here in SoCal.
I couldn't feel better to be back here. These athletes have been through so much in the last year and a half, and have worked their way through this summer, through the best competition to get to this point, this biggest stage. They're leaving it all out there and trying to come away with a national championship.
All right, we're going to spend this event introducing you to these athletes, and no better way to do it than to taking a peek at the starting lineup for the Colorado Stars. They pride themselves in being a very local team, and as they have their swings, we'll tell you who they are with Aragon and Eldridge and Reichert. Edwards, West, Hendrian, and Kapelke is behind her. Ariano and Osborne dealing with Morgan Hess in the circle. Hess will go to work for that Stars national team, and excited to get to know who she is as an athlete. Hess, by the way, very good all-around athlete, will bat number 8 for her squad when she's out there working. The outfield of Roop, Belfield, and Rue. The infield of Nichols, Campbell, Hano, and Owens with Sarah Gordon, the battery mate. Let's do it, folks. Let's do it. We've been waiting since 2019 to revisit a national broadcast here at the PGF. No better place to start than a bunch of athletes headed to college to play this sport. There's Morgan Hess ready to rock and roll. She fires the first one home, rises up and out of the zone, and 0-1 the count to Kendall Aragon.
And what really stands out about this Nationals team is that they've got a pitching staff, and Hess has thrown the majority, but not by many, of these innings. It hasn't allowed a run all week, so she is just rolling through this tournament. Starts with a strike, doing what she's been doing all tournament long.
That one just off the plate outside, 1-1 the count. Hess dealing with Aragon. Kenny, her teammates call her, and her friends out of Thornton, Colorado. Legacy High School season 2022 grad. At this point, a non-commit. She would love if there was a roster spot at UCSD for her. University of California, San Diego, as she takes into the dirt, which tells me, Amanda, if in fact Kendall dreams of UCSD, she's crushing it in the classroom.
Oh, absolutely, and what a great place to be able to do it here. I know USD is watching, looking for good, talented athletes who have competed on this stage and know what it means to compete at that highest level.
Over the top of that one, 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Coach Sakamoto leading things in that third base coaching box. Scott, Bob Dampierre is his assistant coach. Derek West is his recruiting coordinator. Those are the 3 that run this program for the Stars Sakamoto squad. That one dies out in front of the circle, spins back toward the line, and it's a foul ball.
I'm telling you, that would have worked. That was almost the perfect swing and bunt. A little too much spin, but look at where this ball lands. Great decision by Hess in the circle, her battery mate Gordon behind the plate to watch the spin, let it roll foul, and give Hess another opportunity at Aragon in the circle.
Aragon is the daughter of Timmy and Dave, and one of 4 at home. 2 older brothers, Jackson and Luke. She chases that rise ball up and out of the zone, and she can fly, by the way. This is a 5A state title winner, a sprinter back in 2019 in the state of Colorado. She won a state title track and field. Basketball player as well, played last year, is planning on playing this year. Her event not only quick, but also part of the 4x800. Swings right through that one, right under her hands, Amanda.
That was a really nice sequence of pitches, a nice long at bat by Kendall, but to be able to have the confidence to come in tight. Look at the location on this pitch, beautiful down and in break. Not a whole lot you can do with that pitch.
That's a great look at that pitch right there. Hess in the circle out of South Riding, Virginia, Freedom High School. Headed to Presbyterian, graduated this past May. Ready for that one. Rise ball popped up left side. Carly Eldridge is her ace, the pride of Arvada, Colorado. Headed to Dixie State University, 2 outs in the inning. Abby Campbell, you saw her just a moment ago making that play. The shortstop, right-handed hitter, Hadley Reichert. Back of the box, slightly open stance. And I'm telling you this right now, Hess a strike thrower. Great spin, really manipulating the softball so far, and everything up.
Yeah, but not afraid to work that down. We saw that, and it really keeps your defense on your toes when you throw a lot of strikes. You're able to move with the pitch, be in position. Great changeup.
So Morgan said to us, and I quote, in this order, changeup, curveball, screwball, rise ball, drop ball. She says, I don't throw fastballs. And with the bat in my hand, and I quote, I'm a power hitter. She deals with Reichert now. Reichert ready, fights that one off into right field, down for a base hit. Hadley out of Broomfield High School, headed to the University of North Florida in Jacksonville, picks up a single.
And a nice job of taking that inside pitch, getting the barrel inside and going opposite field. Got just enough of it to get it in shallow right center. Good compact swing.
Here's Abby Edwards. Brighton, Colorado, a 2022 grad. Holy Family School as she takes side. Boise State's got a brand new softball coach. You and I had a chance to connect with him recently. That is the spot of commitment for Abby Edwards, a Boise State University commit.
Yeah, Justin Schultz moving down from Oregon. Was assistant there under Melissa Lombardi, takes over at Boise State, and I think that that's a great move. I think he's going to be a really successful young coach, young head coach.
He's excited. You and I had him on a show a couple of weeks ago. We had a blast with him. And this is going to be one of his key players as he builds that program where he wants to have it. Beautiful changeup. That's 2 in this attack.
You can see that she likes to throw that ball through the zone. Morgan Hess, when you have a changeup that you can rely on, it changes the trajectory of an at-bat. You have to sit back, wait on that changeup, but also react to the speed.
Very close to the plate as that rise ball jumps out of the zone. Hess, when talking about her commitment to Presbyterian, said, and I quote, I want to go somewhere where I'm not just a number. And Presbyterian, this is a school that was a great size, great psychology program. She fires in the circle. That's why she chose Presbyterian. To the left side. Plenty of space. Trinity Nichols puts that one away for the 3rd out of the inning. Fun watching her work, Morgan Hess. Just underway. As we move along to the bottom half of the 1st inning, Alex Hendrian receives the assignment in the circle. Initially, it was Cameron Ponick, and instead, it's Hendrian dealing with Sarah Goldwyn, Kaylin Belfield. His father runs this program, Abby Campbell, Rachel Roop, Kendall Owens, Alyssa Hano, Trinity Nichols, Morgan Hess, and Kennedy Roop. As we talked about, it was to be Cameron, as we mentioned, but you take a look at that jersey number and a last-minute switch. It's Alex Hendrian, number 1 on that jersey. So Hendrian takes the assignment and goes to work.
Leading off for Stars National, catcher number 9, Sarah Gordon.
Defensively, with Roop, Aragon, Osborne working. That's the outfield. Alex Hendrian in the circle. Ready to go. Line drive right field, down for a base hit. Sarah Gordon, who does the catching, takes that gear off quickly, and out of Lexington, South Carolina, the uncommitted athlete steps up.
That first pitch swinging inside out, this pitch a little over the plate. But Gordon just takes a rip, goes into right field. That ball carries. It almost looks like Osborne's got a beat on it. Look at that swing. Nice follow through. Nice camera work, by the way.
Kaylin Belfield takes off the plate. Belfield, Kannapolis, North Carolina, A.L. Brown High School, heading into her senior year. She's a Lipscomb University to commit. She makes it clear the faith at that school is one of the reasons she committed, as we see them work defensively here. Kabelke, Aragon, Osborne, West, Reichert, Ariano, Eldridge, Abby Edwards. As that one dives down and away. Phillip is head coach of this program. As that one misses away, Kaylin's dad, mom is Donna. She's got a fun family tie to athletics as she heads to Lipscomb. Her great uncle played under Bear Bryant at Alabama. James Bunch, his name, an All-American and a national champ, and she's on. Patient at the right time.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough to be patient when you're up there in a sacrifice situation. You know your job's to move that runner. You tend to chase a little out of the zone, but a very nice, long, patient at bat by Belfield.
Abby Campbell out of Midlothian, Virginia, headed to James Madison. Boy, have they become the Louis Vuitton name of programs. Beautiful bunt. It dies just outside of the batter's box. Runners move to second and third. Abby could not have set it down any better. They're going to love her there at JMU.
I love the versatility in that number 3 spot. You would think with the runner on first and second base, you're going to have her swinging away, but instead lays down a beautiful bunt for a base hit, but turns out to be a sacrifice. Does advance both runners into scoring position.
Right back to the screen. Rachel Roop out of Sharpsburg, Maryland, headed to Liberty. Excited to play for Dot Richardson. You and I love when we conversate with Dot. Dr. Dot Richardson.
Dr. Dot, she has a passion for this game and for her program, and God, what she's been able to do over the last handful of years has just been incredible.
Out toward short, the play is out front at the plate, and obviously there is no force to be played there. That's a run, and right out of the gates, the Stars National with Gordon scoring. Interesting choice there. Reichert had the out in front of her at first.
Yeah, great job seeing that ball down in the dirt, takes off for home. That's Gordon scoring. Beautiful slide. That ball a little off target. That's run number 1.
Left-handed power bat, slightly open stance. That's Kendall Owens. Purcellville, Virginia. Loudon High School, headed to Merced University. As that one is rolled to the right side, stepping on the bag, making the play is Eldridge. That's her only play as she fires and turns that one away. And now they think it's a double play, stepping off the bag suddenly. We've got something interesting, the throw to the plate, the tag, safe at the plate. For some reason, Roop thought she was out. She had headed off second base, created an unneeded rundown, which in the end created a run. Wow.
Wow, this did not turn out to be what it was supposed to. That ball just a little late home. That's what happens when you get that runner in a rundown between first and second. If they play it right, you give that runner on third enough time to make the decision on the longer part of that throw to take off, and an error, a mental mistake, turns into a run scored.
That's basically a steal of home. I mean, that's exactly what that is. A credit there for Belfield. Once there was talk about picking up your teammate. Rachel Roop needs to pick up the cheeseburger tonight for her teammate, who said, if you're hung out to dry, I'll do what I can to help you. Alyssa Hinault, Wake Forest High School. She's going to be a Campbell Camel. Committed to go to Campbell, graduated this past spring. Aggressively moving to third. This time Roop's heading in the right direction.
She had me fooled for a minute, thinking maybe she was out, maybe she left early. There's all these things going through my mind. We're back on track.
And the daughter of Karen and Roland. She comes up empty that time, trying to drop one down. And she's the big sister of twins, Avery and Bryce. Alyssa, three-time team MVP, three-time All-State. As she drops that one down, not in time. Boy, what a way to start things for this Stars national team. It's 3-0 in the blink of an eye.
And everything on the infield, with the exception of Sarah Gordon's leadoff hit to the outfield. A lot of short game, just using speed on the base paths to make things happen. Look at this beautiful push bunt, almost just in a beautiful location. Gets Hendry and having to move to her right to make the long throw to first.
Changeup, dives low. 1-0 the count to Trinity Nichols. The Syracuse commit. Rachel was chatting us up, by the way, through the baseball bat. Rachel Roop, who had an adventure on the base pads.
Let's go! It'll work, baby, it'll work!
2-0 toward right field. It's down for a base hit. At least first to third, at least. And maybe more. Sent on around to the plate. Aggressive base running and coaching. It all comes all the way around to score. Nichols with an RBI. And it's 4-0.
Now this Stars national team just doing a great job of putting the ball in play. The runner is off. Hinault sees that ball. There's 2 out, so she's off on contact, picking up her coach. Never breaks stride, going all the way. Riding the momentum of this first inning.
Philip Belfield, 18-year coach. A full generation he's dedicated to this sport. Aggressive there. He really made a bold call, but it ended up kind of surprising them, I think. Morgan Hess starts in the circle, gets a chance to hit. You know when you're batting 8th and you're the pitcher, that's a good thing if you hit in the first inning.
And you gotta love what your team's doing for you.
I told you she was sharing with us that she believes she's a power hitter with the proper contact. She fouls that one back to the screen. This is an incredible student. A 4.0 GPA in the classroom, taking that to Presbyterian, as we mentioned. She shares, and I quote, "I've overcome my size. I'm smaller. It's been harder for me to get recruited as a pitcher because I don't throw quite as hard. I've overcome it by embracing what I'm good at, working hard, focusing on perfecting each of my pitches. That's how I've overcome it."
And I love stories like that because you hear oftentimes pitchers believing they have to be a certain size, throw a certain mile per hour to get looked at, but that's just not true. There are so many athletes that have a good testimony as to how they got to that next level and how they were found. And I actually think a lot of times those athletes become the better athlete because they have to overcome and they have to find new ways to be better.
Turned that one over, screwball over the inside corner, a beautiful pitch. Hess will go back to work, but she will do so with a 4-run cushion. Her mate's crazy aggressive. Sarah Gordon got things started, and then a merry-go-round followed. Wherever you are, we trust that your weekend's been a good one, and heading into what is going to be championship weekend number 1 here at the PGF. And Morgan Hess has some space. He's played at PGF for many years. She actually had a chance to win a PGF qualifier at Myrtle Beach Championship out of South Riding, Virginia. She deals with Jordan West right out of the gates. West, a Colorado State University commit, is on her way to start her college career. Ralston Valley High School, she's in the hole all in one. Jordan, the daughter of Derek and Kara, and the older sister of Ashley, who's just a year younger. Well, that first inning, we talked about it. It was elevate, 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 but then it didn't last forever. Then it was a good touch on the changeup as well.
And sometimes you wonder if that elevate has to do with the nerves and emotion around this game. A lot of times as a pitcher, when you're in that high adrenaline situation like that, you miss a little wide. You tend to miss higher than lower. And Hess admittedly said Breisball is not her favorite, but it worked last inning.
Got a commitment. Well, she really ran that one away, spun, and had a little rise and curve as it disappeared outside. Alex Hendrian went to work in the circle. She's out of Eagle Crest High School in Aurora, Colorado. Florida Tech commit. Good changeup, strike one. Let's take a look at this pitch one more time, Amanda. Strike 3 here.
It's a lot of movement on this pitch. Look at the spin on that ball. A little bit up, a little bit out. Gets the swing and miss.
You think about Sarah Gordon, too, back there working with her calling pitches. And the first pitch to Hendrian tied her up right in on her hands. My goodness, that's not fun. Well, you talk about the ability to manipulate, to rise that pitch, but that one, a screwball that just tied her up.
I started her off with a changeup, and then look at the location of this pitch. That is uncomfortable. Unfortunately for Hendrian, that is off the barrel in play. Not a pitch you want to swing at, but a pitch that's tough to lay off of.
Rena Kapelke. Colorado State University commit. Beautiful pitch, straightens it out over the outside corner. Daughter of Katie and Jeremy, and the older sister of 13-year-old Jenna. 4 times an all-conference player, an all-state player as well at Broomfield High School. Kapelke prides herself in her speed defensively. She says, I really read the base or softball well off the bat. Great outfielder. Slightly closed stance as she turns that back to the pitcher, if only a bit. Beautiful changeup, throws her over the outside corner. Oh, Morgan Hess putting on a show thus far. Pitching like you kind of want to win a title or something. 4-0. The Stars National Gold Program on top. Players from Virginia, North and South Carolina, Maryland, along the eastern seaboard of the United States. This Colorado Stars Sakamoto team, as they go to work in the black uniforms, exclusively from Colorado, a very local team, as the first pitch to Kennedy Rue dives down and in. Committed to Presbyterian. Kennedy's had a nice week pitching in. That one is rolled up the line, gobbled up by Nichols. And Trinity makes the play for the out. And we've talked about these programs and both of them. Philip Benefield has coached softball for 18 years, the head coach of this Stars National program. And Belfield and his staff have had a strong week. When you talk about Belfield coaching with the Vienna Stars, National squads in 16. Coached Abby Cheek along the way. Sarah Gordon, who started things with a single, takes strike one.
I'm really impressed so far with the way this team has come out. You just felt the energy out of the dugout in that first inning. It felt a little quiet at the top of the first, but once the Stars National got into the dugout and got to the plate, you heard the cheering, you heard the support. They were electric on the base paths.
Sarah tries to shoot it past that third baseman, but Nichols up to the task again, one step toward the bag. Now this is the answer you needed back, because boy, they punched hard. I mean, a first blow, and you get 3 quick outs, that changes the face of this game.
It's a great play back to back by West over there at third. Hendrian needed this inning, needed to bounce back. After that first inning, then that at bat, she has an opportunity to take control back.
And she's doing it. Kaylin Belfield, who walked, very patiently walked when trying to drop down a bunt back in the first inning. Ended up with a rundown once she advanced to third and stole home a key run. Second run of this game. 0-2 the count. Dad looks on from the third base box. Pretty pitch, just off the plate, turned it over. When talking about her dad, she said, he inspires me, he shows me what a great leader is, and has helped me throughout my entire time playing. He's my biggest supporter and taught me how to be my best self on the field. Dad might have also taught her a little bit about that approach, too. Contact wins when you're in the hole 0-2.
A nice battle at the plate. Down 2 strikes. You're just trying to put that ball in play and use speed, and did just that. Great job of hitting. So we take a look at the location of this pitch, down and away, keeps her body in and just barrels it up to left field.
Abby Campbell's chance, and she jumps ahead 1-0. Diamond Sports, certainly in her blood. Her dad, Todd, played at Virginia Commonwealth, was her starting shortstop collegially for 4 straight years. She's a great basketball player, too. This time rolled out to short. Reichert to Eldridge, turns it into the third out of the inning, and that's a bounce-back inning, certainly. That's exactly what the team out of Colorado needed. I know you have appreciated. It's only been 6 outs, but the work of Morgan Hess thus far.
Well, 3 of those have been strikeouts, 1 in the first and then 2 this last inning. Look at the way she utilizes that curveball, runs it up and away, and then that changeup for a strike every time. Being able to rely on that pitch really just adds another level to a pitcher's repertoire. I mean, that off-speed pitch again and again comes through in the clutch. I think that's going to be a game changer as this game goes on.
Leah Arellano goes to work. Aaliyah, number 19 on that jersey, from Wheat Ridge, Colorado. She's got a spot to play in college. How about Metropolitan State University of Denver? It's close to home, the facilities, location, the coaching staff. Dad is Lino, mom is Jolene, and her older brother is Steve. Started every single game in high school. Since her freshman year, she heads into her senior year. Change up, the dandy.
It's almost like you do have to make a decision on this pitch, knowing you are probably going to see at least one in your at-bat if you don't have 2 strikes, to let it go by or sit back and wait for it.
A little bit too much as that one sails to the backstop. You think about how this sport is passed down, whether it be from a friend, a family member, a mom, a dad. Aaliyah talks about her grandfather. He played in men's fast pitch leagues for years, and he was the first one to put a bat in her hand. Tied her up. That's the key, I think. When it's contact, it's uncomfortable contact. Hendrian had that, now Ariano just really tough to square up.
It's the way the pitch is delivered as well. Out front, off the end of the bat. Easy fly ball to Nichols at third.
Team out of Colorado in the black uniforms. Black tops, black pants. Stars national team on the eastern seaboard where most of the players come from. In the field defensively in the navy blue, this is Emma Osborne. Yet to find a place to play, she hopes to. Colorado State would be top of her list. She's heading into her senior year of high school. What beautiful pitch, screwball on the black. Two balls and 1 strike the count. Daughter of Angie and Gary, and there are grandparents that passed the sport down very similar to Ariano, except for it was her grandmother who played at UCLA. Spoils a good screwball outside.
Does it say who her grandmother was?
She left off grandma's name.
We're gonna have to find out.
Let's dive in on that.
I feel like I should know everybody who went to UCLA. So
I understand, but you're not at the grandma time.
well, it doesn't.
That'd be
our
early stages of
alumni
the program,
is
right?
strong.
That'd be
Our
the
alumni-
early stages. You know,
Right.
you talk mid-70s, that's the birth, right?
Right. Sue Inquist,
That's the birth of the
Gina
program.
Vecchione, I'm sure they all really familiar.
Roll to the right side, bobbled for a moment, and then recovering for the second out of the inning. And all, Alyssa, the second baseman, on a 4-3 ground out that time.
Batting center fielder number 5, Kendall Aragon.
Glad to have you with us, Amanda Freed, Darren Sutton, the Platinum Division of the 18U PGF National Championship game. Beautiful Irvine, California. Deanna Manning Stadium. The heartbeat is back in this ballpark. It was no fun a year ago to not be here. That's the best way I know to put it. Freed and I seem to be connecting every week, somewhere talking softball on the air, but this is different, isn't it?
This is, yeah, it was an emptiness last summer, just driving around, not seeing even my college coach friends out on the road, not being able to watch this softball being played.
And you and I talk to so many coaches, whether it be travel coaches, college coaches, athletes, national team members, who just were trying to find a way to stay fresh, hoping that this would happen again. Kendall Aragon struck out back in the first inning. That one hits the outside corner, the screwball, 1-2 the count.
And now the Stars are into their second at-bats here against Hess, so we'll start to see some adjustments being made. Deeper into the pitch count.
Pulls that one to the right side. It's a foul ball. When you talk to Kendall about what happened, right? When everything was shut down and she had to shift the way she went about her business. She said the one thing I was able to do is gain confidence in my slapping game. I didn't have the games in which to play, but I really sharpened that part of my game.
I think that was really cool about COVID. Not playing wasn't fun, but it gave athletes an opportunity to sit back and really work on the things they've been wanting to work on.
We talked about the fact she's a track star. She makes that a very tough play. Amanda makes a good point. We'll continue that conversation throughout this championship game. Colorado Stars looking to get it going. Great gear. I mean, there was some great gear. Trust me, I was a little lost on my golf shirt. I finally found where I had it. I went shopping early. I almost came on in one of those tie-dye shirts with you. I don't know if you knew, but I'm very cool like that. Here's Rachel Rube. She singled her first at bat, and all of a sudden we're just seeing a different kind of confidence, aren't we? We're seeing a different look for Hendrian.
Yeah, that first inning, we see it year after year. You got to get through it. You got to get by it. You got to try to prepare for it as much as possible. But before this game, I heard some of the Stars athletes coming in, and they just said, wow, when they saw this field. And every athlete's reaction is like that. This is a big stage.
Fly ball right field, pretty well struck. Easing back is Osborne, shy of the wall. She puts it away. Kendall Owens flies out to right field. So I was a little panicked. I was just trying to figure out what do I need. But then you showed up with the shirt that I had left behind, and I just appreciate it. I was going to go with the I don't know if it's inside out or not. I have my Depeche Mode shirt, the Never Let Me Down Again shirt. I am 51. Yes, I showed my age. That's back when Southern California station K-Rock played a lot of Depeche Mode.
Oh, are they still not? Are they not on?
Oh, they're
on. I used to
but
do the K-Rock, but
yeah, and I know my producer John Walsh, my producer director, the boss of this show. He's I think he's older than me. I'm not sure. I lose track, but he just called it Rock of the 90s, and that was him trying to sound young. Anybody over 50 knows that the call for that one was Rock of the 80s. No one ever said Rock of the 90s. We had all been married at least once by the 90s on this show. 0-1 the count. Now back to more important things like this game. And all singled in a run back in the first inning. Good pitch up and in, didn't want her to get her hands extended. Slaps that one the other way. Her dad Roland played baseball at Rhode Island. And her mom a barrel racer, a two-time Spartan. Her mom Karen, her dad Roland. And her older sister is Cassidy. There are 4 young ladies at home. There's Cassidy, who's 21, and then twin sisters, Avery and Bryce, who are 10. 4 daughters, Roland and Karen. God bless you, I'm in the same club. Slaps that one to the left side. You cannot at all bobble, and you knew that was going to happen. There's too much speed. She, as a matter of fact, shared with us, she prides herself in doing just that. That's still a single, I think.
I mean, you have to rush on this play. It's that in-between hop that does it for West over there at third. If you don't eat that up and take that hop away, it's going to eat you up, and there's way too much speed out of Hinault to sit back.
Trinity Nichols doubled. It was a hustle double back in the first inning. Hinault scored in front of her, and so she went ahead and took advantage. Into the dirt, grabs a bag.
A great read on the base paths, uncontested stolen base, and I don't even think Edwards saw that she was going, but off the bag, takes a look, and not off.
Trinity Nichols sees the count even up at 1-1. Nichols a Syracuse commit, loves the campus, loves the culture. Daughter of Trey and Connie. Reaches out off the end of the bat, slow one hopper to the right side. Ariano turns that into an out. So just as we said, a wonderful bounce back. Order has been restored now by Hendrian. Now the Stars look to go to work. We're talking about Dad Roland Hinault, Alyssa's dad, as Alyssa's out there at second base in the middle of the infield working. The interesting thing about how things come together is our producer, John Walsh, coordinator of this site, went to high school with Dad and just realized it now. It's a small world. It really isn't that small of a world, but there are times when we are reminded that it can be.
That's so cool.
There's an interesting momentum right now, but I think it only applies if they can find a way to get to Hess. I think that's the key, because what has gone on for Hendrian has been very positive. It's just that the Colorado Stars have their hands full with this woman in the circle. Carly Eldridge gets the chance to get it going for the Stars. Sakamoto. Scott Sakamoto, the head coach of this program. Bob Dampierre, the assistant coach, and Derek West, the recruiting coordinator. There's Scott. As an athlete committed to Dixie State, taking the assignment now. Eldridge, the daughter of Jennifer and Kevin, and the youngest in the family by 4 of 4. Elevates, gets a swing and a miss. What a great 2-0 pitch that was. It's funny, and I apologize, Amanda. It's funny how a thoughtful 2-0 pitch, meaning a really good changeup or a rise ball as she threw, changes the face of the at-bat. Now, you got a 2-1 defensive swing.
Yeah, absolutely. And being able to use that changeup helps a lot also. You disrupt the timing of the batter.
I think we're about to see it right now.
That'd be a good time. Maybe a little down and in.
Nah, she elevated and it's lifted to left field. Diving attempt, unable to make the play out there. Rachel did all she could, but came up empty. Rachel Roop out there in left field. So Eldridge rewarded. The at-bat was swinging against her, then she fought right back. I was thinking changeup. She went with the fastball, or I should say the rise ball.
I think that ball was just a little too elevated, and when you're going for a contact swing, you don't put a lot behind it, and it found that gap out there in front of Roop in left field.
Hadley Reichert singled back in the first inning. Right back behind home plate, clearing space, losing the mask. Sarah Gordon, well, she took charge. She cleared everyone. Mask, home plate umpire, said, I got this one.
I always love to watch catchers and their approach to balls like this. These are tough. You got a lot of spin. You got to find that ball quickly and secure it. A great play there.
She literally armbarred the home plate umpire. I love it. I need this lane here, sir. In on the hands, high fly ball, left field, tracking. Shy of the wall, Roop up against the foul line, makes the play, tagging and looking for that extra bag. I'm telling you, down 4-0. Oh my goodness, is that gutsy. Oh my goodness, Eldridge is at second.
Well, I don't think she thought that arm strength was going to be what it was out of Roop, but that was a laser to second base, and just sliding in time was Eldridge.
Very simple thing that everyone that sees that, you had better be safe.
I think that's a great call. And you know, when it's in fast motion, of course you want to ask to make sure, but slowing it down, we have the capability to do that with these awesome cameras and the angles. And
we do have review in this event at all age groups, at all levels, at the national championship game. There is review that can be played, and it is a possibility. Not spent that time, though. Popped up right side, Jordan West in foul territory. Kendall Owens makes the play for the out, the third out of the inning, and the domination for the smiling Morgan Hess continues. Hey, Amanda Freed, Darren Sutton, thanks for hanging out with us as we move to the bottom half of the fourth inning. This Stars national team has really come aggressively and offensively flexed in the first, but to be fair, there was some patience. There was a break on the base pads, and then what we've seen is Alexandra Hendrian pull things right back together, trying to allow her team a chance to fight back, but they trail it 4-0.
Now, there were a lot of things in that first inning that went well for Stars National. A lot of aggressive base running, playmaking, a mental error that led to a run. So a lot of things that had happened, but Hendrian has done a great job of settling this game down and giving her team an opportunity.
Hess in the circle, now in the batter's box. She was sharing her workouts depending on the season. She said in the offseason it's softball 4 to 6 times a week, lifting 5 times a week, and running and climbing 3 to 6 times a week. She talked about her physical fitness, how in her mind, these are her words, overcome what she says is being a little bit more diminutive. Sounds like quite a regimen, to me anyway.
I think pitchers should be the most athletic players on the field. Endurance-wise, get that training in.
It's interesting, we asked Hess, so 10 years, we say goodbye to you now, in 10 years we see you again, what will you be doing? She said it's clear. I'll be an FBI agent, living somewhere warm, near the beach hopefully. I'll have plenty of animals by then.
Animals and near the beach.
And
when you
applying
find that
law
place,
and order to our world.
She's
Boy,
welcome out here.
beautiful curveball over the outside corner, 2-2. Dad, a college wrestler, her dad, Ray. When we talk about Hess. Boy, that's a really good pitch. Went curveball, then looked like a changeup there. 3-2.
And Hendrian showing a lot of emotion out there in the circle, wanting this pitch. It looks like it's just down in the zone.
And she buried a screwball in, and we'll do it again. She got the corner. That's strike 3. Hess, for the second time, a backwards K.
And Hendrian just finesses this pitch right on the outside corner. Looks like some speed's taken off. Great job by Edwards to stick that pitch for that called strike 3.
She told us the drop inside and changeup are her best pitches. And she buries that one in that time to Kennedy Rue. She said, when I'm hitting, and those are the words of Hendrian, she'll lead off the next inning, low and inside is her favorite place to go fishing.
Ooh.
There's that changeup she talked about. It ends up inside. This is a great student, Hendrian. 4.4 GPA. She's on her way to Florida Tech. Changed up on her way. 1-2 the count. Find myself very excited for all these athletes. Some are 22s, but the 21s that are about to step onto a college campus. Got a lot of the plate, that change up, and a great reaction by Kennedy Rue. Made it too good for her to hit.
Out of the 9 spot, Rue doing a nice job of sitting back and just getting the barrel to the ball, going right back up the middle. Beautiful piece of hitting.
The follow-up driven to center field. That one crushed by Sarah Gordon, who singled. They're going to stop the runner at third. That's 2 hits now, a single and a double for Gordon. Runners on second and third with just 1 out.
Dead center field with this nice swing. These are tough balls to read. The ones right at you in center field sends Aragon back to the wall. Tries to drop step when she realizes it's over her head, does a nice job of getting it off the fence and getting it in. Rue taking a nice look, thinking about home, but gets held up.
Tried to slap a couple of runs home the other way, did Kaylin Belfield. Walked and scored in the first and singled in the following inning.
I think this is one of the most difficult situations as a defender to play against, with runners on second and third base, a short gamer at the plate. As soon as that ball's in the dirt, Rue's gonna be off. There she goes.
Beautiful bunt, hung up down the line. Diving attempt, got her with the tag. Nice effort there by Nichols. Runners move up to second and third. That's a nice play, though, to cut down the lead runner. Rue just a little bit aggressive, as you said.
I think got caught up and hesitated a little too long. If she had taken off immediately on contact, that would have been a close play. Instead, she gets caught up in the rundown, but does do a good job of staying in it long enough to advance the runner over to third base. So runners are back on second and third, but now with 2 outs.
Abby Campbell, a sac bunt, also grounded out to short. He takes a curveball that's outside, 1-0 the count. Odyssey Alexander says goodbye to James Madison, on to professional softball. Heading to JMU is this athlete, Abby Campbell. She drives in 1, but the throw to the plate in time, waiting on her for the out. So 1 run counts, 5-0 is the score. And a beautiful play, firing to the plate. And that'll do it. Kapelke came up firing. And Edwards was there with the tag. 5-0.
Into my life.
5-0 the score. The Stars National Gold Team. Players from North, South Carolina, Maryland, Virginia, all along the eastern seaboard. Colorado Stars, that Colorado-based team, again, that was waiting a long time, that throw to the plate. And it was easy to turn into an out by Abby Edwards. And we were wondering between innings, did she provide a sliding path? I think when the ball is waiting this long, not a whole lot, because you make the play, then you're just kind of sitting there. And man, it's not like she squared herself up. She kind of was unaware where she was when she caught that ball.
Right, and I mean, to me, she had it long enough, and sure, you could have positioned yourself better when you caught the ball and then go into the lane, but you know, the catch that happens, those plays happen so quick at the plate.
Henry in a chance to help herself out. She takes a change up that flutters up and away. 1-0 the count. The Aurora, Colorado native. Her mom, Yvette, pitched at North Carolina. She said, my mom is my inspiration. An in-between swing, and that's twice she's had that happen to her. That one almost didn't tie her up in as much, just kind of a check swing that hit her bat.
And it gives you a little bit of a glimpse into the power that Henry has at the plate. If she were to go through full swing on this, that ball could have potentially left the ballpark. Didn't even break the plane. Unfortunately, makes solid contact over to short. Campbell makes that play.
Brenna Kapelke, 1-0 the count. Older sister of Jenna. Another one that ties up one of these hitters. Screwball in. 1-1 the count.
Hess is just having a great time out there.
Kapelke talking about her improvement in the year 2021. She said, I finally feel like I think 2 steps ahead now. I always felt like I was playing catch up. Now I feel like I'm able to slow the game down. That curveball dives outside.
It's a very mature response.
You probably remember when you crossed over that bridge.
Yeah, but to be able to articulate it in that way, to realize where you are in your game and how far you've come and how you need to be better, I just think that's when you become a real ball player. This game is quick, and there's so much of it is instincts, and you do feel like you're playing catch-up and you're reacting instead of being proactive in this game. And when you figure out how to flip-flop those two and think ahead, then you become more in control.
Colorado Stars with the bats in their hands in the black uniform. Stars National defensively in navy. Just missed the outside corner. Really pulled the string on that one. Close pitch, really good take. I don't know how you take that pitch.
You take it when you can't get the bat off your shoulder. It's happened to me before. You see it, you want to swing, and you just physically can't.
What follows up that changeup? Popped up. I got it, I got it. Great communication. Kendall Owen streaks down the line, calls off her pitcher.
Now batting second baseman number 19, Aaliyah Arellano.
Ariano lined to the third baseman back in the third inning. Owen won the count. Back-to-back all-conference team member for Ariano. 3.5 in the classroom. Regular volunteering time for her church, as that one skips in there. And a student council member as well. All that with one more year of high school still to attend. The touch and feel currently for Hess is in. She's liking that screwball, but she'll go either way.
Oh, it's a great compliment to that changeup when you get a hitter to slow down and then come in tight. It's a big difference in the way the hitter has to react. And it's been really effective this game.
Elevated, a rise ball, in, then up. A very uncomfortable mix for Ariano. At 6 in a row sat down since the Eldridge single back in the 4th inning. This is just dominating stuff. You're gonna love her at Presbyterian. Five to nothing Stars National Gold leading the Colorado Stars. Amanda Freed, Darren Sutton, the PGF 18U National Championship, the Platinum Division. And your program at the 18U level is in at the Premier Division if in fact you win this one, and that's big. You can build your calendar then next year around coming to this event at the Premier level. Hess, really good. She now hands it back over to Rachel Roop to try and back her up a little bit more. Stars National Belfield. Over the outside corner, and we get a look at the initial pitcher we thought we may see. Cam Ponick takes the softball. She takes the rock and she rolls now. That one inside corner. Cam's out of Parker, Colorado. She's a 2023, so playing up a year or two. Legend High School. Dreams of places like Ole Miss or Coastal Carolina is where she'd like to play. Beautiful stuff, curveball. Boy, 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, good night.
That's a great stage to be seen on. Still young. I remember when in the recruiting process, these 2023s would have been considered late in the game, but right on target. I think Ponick's in a great position, performing at her best now when college coaches are going to have their eye on her.
Andrian looking on as her teammate now does some work. That one in. Owens takes a shot, pulls it off to the right side. Ponick on her self-scouting report says, and I quote, "I'm a pitcher and my screwball is solid and I'm good with my control." Did you hear me? You heard me, yes? Okay, just want to make sure.
Changing it up a little bit.
Absolutely. That's a wrinkle of that screwball, if you will, because that was turned over but really pulled the string on it. Goes back to something firm and hits the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Good location with 2 strikes. The ultimate rise ball, like it was going up the elevator shaft. Wow.
That had a little extra velo on it also.
Combating second baseman number 4, Alyssa Hennels.
I don't know if that was going for straight screwball or wanted it in that position. It was effective.
Aggressive roll to the right side, diving play, firing in time. Full layout there, great play defensively, outstanding stuff. A little bit of momentum now. Maya Bachman had come in and she's doing some work. Maya, welcome to the contest. Wow. This screams analysis from our Olympic gold medalist Amanda Freed with what we've seen from Morgan Hess in circle.
Well, it's been everything. All of the pitches she's been in movement. That down and in hasn't been her go-to, but it's been effective. But that changeup has really changed the dynamic of these at-bats. The screwball in, just creating uncomfortable contact, I should say. Utilizing that rise ball, and then look at the movement on that curve outside.
Colorado Stars number 49, Veronica Elsis.
So many options out of Hess. You can't predict what she's going to throw next as a hitter, and she's continued every inning to use different pitches in different situations.
Veronica Elsis will get an opportunity to play in this game. She's out of Meade High School in Colorado. Barton Community College is where she is going to go play, a recent graduate. The daughter of Patricia and Ronald. Always these moments. Appreciate when your coach understands the opportunity to play an event like this as she heads off to college. So we introduce Veronica to you. Sakamoto gives her a chance. She goes to work, pops that one up to the right side. Tried to dump it in there, but that time a little bit too much, and all drifts back. And the young athlete who actually spent 4 years of her youth living in New Zealand, now back in the United States. Is the first out of the inning. We wish her well, as we mentioned, at Barton Community College. Back to the top of the order in Kendall Aragon. A single in the first, a single in the fourth. That's it for the Colorado Stars. Beautiful spot away. Turned it over just enough. Oh, she manipulates the softball, doesn't she?
Just hitting her spots, and the defense is able to work. Very nicely played. Campbell over to Owens.
Abby with a warm smile out there, just making that play. Alyssa right next to her, Trinity to her right. That changeup missed off the plate. 1-0 the count to Carly Eldridge. Two-time state champion Eldridge at Holy Family High School. Two and 0. Her older sister Megan played the sport when talking about our batter Carly Eldridge. Played at Benedictine College, was an All-American there. Sister Mallory played as well at Dixie State University. Changeup, maybe not where you want it, but it's a strike. Dangerous spot to float a changeup.
Yeah, with 2 strikes. Just shows how much confidence Hess has in that pitch.
So she went soft in and then turned it over firm away. It's been a treat, a real treat to watch Morgan work. Owens comes in, makes her smile, but it's not hard to make Morgan Hess smile. We've realized that. It's like a commercial for the sport. In and out of the catcher's mitt that time. Gordon couldn't hold on to it.
And that's really what this week is about, though, right? I mean, you
Yep.
spend the whole year working to get here. When you get here, it should be fun. There's not a whole lot of thought, thought and effort, of course, but the grind is over. You're here to have a good time and celebrate all the work you've put in.
Thought about committing, did she? She did not. Had a recent conversation with actual baseball players, not softball players, but you might have heard of them. Fernando Tatis Jr. and Eric Hosmer. Tatis in the Dominican growing up, Hosmer down in Florida, both vividly recalling their days as amateurs. Just what you talked about, the trips with your friends. Tatis looking different, certainly. As that one's lifted to the left side, late break back now coming on in. Little basket catch out in front. That one is put away in left field. Stars National on top by a score of 5-0. And a chance for them to take home a championship. A little photo op there, I like it. I know Frida approves. This is Cass Quaddle, I think Cass gets the call here. That's exactly who it is. This is a Holy Family High School grad as well, headed to the Colorado School of Mines, where she will play. A couple of state championship victories for her and some of her teammates that attended the same school. 4A Player of the Year in 2020, a state champion as well. And of course, multiple times, 3 times academic All-State. That mind is active along with the arm. This is a mechanical engineering major when she heads to college. Cass Quaddle. Trinity Nichols will lead it off for the Stars national team. They're 3 outs away, by the way, from a national championship. Stars national program, their leader Rachel Coleman, owner of the New Jersey-based program, the East Cobb Bullets, and then her umbrella Rachel Coleman Sports getting behind this Stars national program. Pulled her hands in, rolled it foul, Nichols.
It's been fun seeing the depth in this Colorado Stars pitching rotation. Everyone getting an opportunity to come in and throw on this stage. Have been used throughout the week to get to this point.
What a good pitch. I'm telling you, we saw the work that was done by Hendren. She pulled it back together after a rough first, some bad breaks. Ponick was a blast to watch.
Right.
And the same can be said so far for Quaddle.
Right, this game has been very quiet as we look at Quaddle's last pitch. Some really nice movement, good location. Rise low in the zone. But after that first inning, which we talked about all the different things that had happened, a lot of short game, a lot of speed on the base paths and error, mentally by Stars National that turned into a run, so things that just didn't go the Stars, Colorado Stars way. But if you take that first inning away, this is a 1-0 ball game.
Called off the bench, a chance to swing the bat. Lily, as she is known to those who care about her, Laura Lee Scott, out of Greenwood, South Carolina. A Furman commit. She's off to play for Furman. Close to home. Great academic school for her. She takes a strike over the outside corner. Laura Lee is the daughter of Jane and Dwayne Scott, and the younger sis of Austin and Justin. Mom played college basketball. Dad, a world-class karate competitor, as that one is outside. And this is an athlete that 3 times was an all-state team member. And though she's pinch hitting here, she's an excellent pitcher. Lee rolls that one foul.
I love seeing those pitchers continue to hit throughout their careers. We see a lot of pitchers specializing early on, and it's a huge topic of conversation, but we've talked to quite a few college coaches who prefer the pitchers who do multiple things, who can hit, who can come off the bench, go in and play a position on the field. But I think if you're a hitter and you love to swing it, keep swinging it, even though you don't get your at-bats in the game all the time. Stay athletic, stay swinging it, stay versatile.
High pop left side. Diving play, into the glove it goes. Kapelke, oh my goodness, ends up leaving her feet there. That hung up for a long, long time, but now she puts that one away. That may have been Osborne switched over to that side, isn't it? Yeah, that's Emma Osborne. Nice job.
Look at this coming in, tracking it close to the ground, laying out, beautiful dive. That is Emma Osborne out there.
Number 44, Tori Womack.
Tori Womack gets the call now. Another opportunity to get it at bat. Tori out of Ashburn, Virginia, Independence High School. She's committed to go to Lipscomb. He doesn't waste any time. Hits it a mile high right side. A couple come together and put that one away for the final out of the inning. Leave your feet. Make it look good, Emma Osborne. And she does just that. PGF National Championship 18U Platinum Division and the Stars National Gold Team edging very close to a championship. Hadley Reichert deals with Morgan Hess. Hess has been the story in this one. A hit allowed in the first with 2 outs, a leadoff, a single in the fourth, was stranded. That's it, just 2 hits when it counts the most. Amanda Freed, Darren Sutton, thanks for hanging with us. Right back where it came from. Her defense behind her, unable to make the play. Hello, Hadley Reichert. She's got 2 hits. Really squared up past that time, right back through the circle.
And a quick approach, first pitch swing and nice contact. Almost deflected over to Hennel over at second base, just not able to get there. Great leadoff.
Catcher number 23, Abby Edwards.
And here's Abby Edwards. Boise State commit, played at PGF Nationals a couple of years ago, 2019. Abby's 0 for 2. Both outs in the air. Boulder-based, Boulder, Colorado, these Colorado Stars. That one is a little bit high. For the years, the Stars have developed athletes that are playing in Power 5 conferences, all of them. They pride themselves in finding the right place to play. Whatever level that you end up playing, they pride themselves in helping you get there. The screen it goes. Abby with an aggressive attack that time. Dan Burns is the president of the Colorado Stars. Dave Brochard, the VP. And the leaders, the man in the third base coaching box, Coach Scott Sakamoto. 2-1, center field. 1 away, 2 outs to go. Belfield puts that one away. Kalen.
Now batting third baseman number 6, Jordan West.
Jordan West just struck out and popped out. Jordan's dad, Derek. Professional football. Colts, 49ers, Cardinals. To the right side. On a backhand, is that it? Nope, back to the bag in time. Jordan, the second out. Carrying on the family athletics strong. Her mom played at Nebraska for 4 years. Reichert back with 2 outs now.
I'll tell you, these Stars have made some good contact, and you've seen the life kind of come back into their offense, but Stars National have just been well positioned and taken away quite a few solid hits.
Handrian takes a changeup, the misses up and away. Alex has grounded out a couple of times, both where she's kind of sold herself short on a check swing. Let's see if she can really unleash and attack the softball this time. really pulled things together after a rough first inning in the circle. Boy, Morgan Hess has been great as she fires that one home.
That's nice as a pitcher in this situation when you've got a lead like this. Going into the 7th, which can kind of be a heightened inning, you start to feel the pressure of ending the ball game, but her team has just done such a great job offensively, getting those runs on the board and then pulling out behind her defensively, making some great plays.
In, just off the plate, turned that screwball over. The count is 2-1. You think about knocking one over the boards. I know there's 2 outs. That just kind of gets a little bit of momentum. Let's see if Hess can squelch it, hold the trophy with their teammates. Morgan and Sarah Gordon, the battery mates, go to work. And on 2-1, there's another great take. She took a screwball that ended up just in, then a changeup that ended up just low. The 3-1, not about to walk her, is she?
I think she's going to challenge up right here, and I think for Hendren, who's had a couple of check swings in her first 2 at-bats, you can tell she is committed to a full swing, to her best effort on this last at-bat. She's going to swing at anything close, and she's going to make it count.
The 3-2. What an at-bat. What an incredible at-bat. Now you really make things interesting if you can get the inning rolling. There are 2 outs, though. Brenna Kapelke, the Colorado State commit. And Trish Lines will come out and run. Patricia, who is committed to go to MSU of Denver from Thornton, Colorado, a graduate of Monarch High School. The daughter of Kane and Pat, running it first. That will do it. It's a championship for the Stars national team. The 2021 18U Platinum PGF National Champs. Everyone had to sit it out last year. We all had to be safe. We had to find other ways to enjoy our athletics outside of contests themselves. These athletes all week long. This is the first champion of 2 magical weeks here in Southern California. From the 10s all the way up to the 18s, Premier and Platinum, the All-Americans, and the Futures All-Americans as well. But congratulations to this entire program. This, the final out. The 18U Platinum champs. Boy, it's fun to see that trophy back out. When we come back, we'll have a conversation with Morgan Hess, who was just dynamic. Incredible to watch her work. Abby Campbell put it to bed. Hugs all around, smiles too. No social distancing, not this time. Enjoy it.
Hey guys, so we have Morgan Hess, winning pitcher from today's game. Morgan threw a no-hitter, or I shouldn't say a no-hitter, a 3-hitter, storybook ending to your career. Talk to me a little bit about the emotions during this game and just what it took for you guys to make it through and how you felt out in the circle today.
Yeah, definitely. I think all of us were we're super hyped and excited going to this game. Like, we knew this was a good team. We knew we had to play our best against them. But I think everyone just needed to settle their nerves after the first inning, and the 4 runs in the first inning really did it, honestly.
It's always really nice as a pitcher to go out and throw with that lead. You know, talking about this last year and just what it's meant for a lot of you athletes to be able to get back onto the field in situations like this. I know it takes a lot. You guys have been through a lot. Talk about this team, your resiliency through this last year, and just kind of what it took for you guys to get back here to this big stage.
Yeah, definitely. I know every single one of us over quarantine, like, we wanted to get back on the field and we wanted to play, and we just had that itch, and I think that also pushed us to work harder in the off season, and then getting back here, it just feels so great. Feels amazing.
And congratulations on moving forward. You're heading off to Presbyterian next year. How excited are you for that? How prepared do you feel? And leaving it out on the field here, I mean, what's that feeling like for you now moving on to the next level?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just a great end to this chapter, and I'm so excited to go on to the next chapter. I'm really excited for Presbyterian College. It's going to be a great time.
Well, good luck to you. It was so much fun watching you. Phenomenal job. Congratulations. You got the 18U Premier National or Platinum National Champions. Congratulations, Morgan.
Thank you so much.
Outstanding stuff. Really fun to see that conversation. We're excited to see the journey of all these athletes. Morgan certainly and her mates as she rejoins all of them. We're glad, Amanda and I and all of our entire production team that has been built to do this great work, that you spent some time with us. Congratulations again to all the athletes on the field. It's wonderful to be back out. This event, like every event last year, did not occur. This event is back. The celebration of the sport, the best of the best here in Southern California. The Stars National Gold Team, the 18U Platinum Division 2021 National Champions.